भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। भगवद गीता एज इट इज़ चैप्टर 13 टेक्स्ट 17 आप लोग श्लोक पढ़ेंगे। पढ़िए, श्लोक पढ़िए। Although the Supreme Personality, Super Soul, appears to be divided among all beings, He is never divided. He is situated in one, although He is the instructor, maintainer. हाँ, चश्मा है क्या आपके पास? चश्मा आपका दिखाएंगे ज़रा? हाँ, मैं अपना लाया नहीं हूँ, भूल गया हूँ। नहीं, पढ़ने को मैं पढ़ लूँगा, खाली चश्मा चाहिए था।
देखो ये फूड करता चश्मा सूट नहीं करता।
मैं भूल गया अपना लाना। ठीक है, चलो पढ़ो, पूरा पढ़ो।
Everything
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरस्य ज्ञानशलाकया चक्षु तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त बिंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। So your Lord is explaining that He is in every living entity. He is not only in one or two, but unlimited. There are so many living entities. Yeah, Prabhupada is giving the example of sun, but we see in each and every living entity, Lord is explaining, He is present in each and every entity. Now, he is not losing His individuality, He is individual, but still He is in each and every living entity. For example, Prabhupada has given about the sun. The sun is in the sky, and sun is giving sunshine to everyone. No one is bereft of that sunshine. So we can understand from the example here Prabhupada is giving us that Lord is similar way He is present in everyone's heart. And according to their activities, He is presenting there. Just like the example of two birds are given. The two birds sitting on the tree, one is taking the fruit and one is observing. So the Lord is observing everything of the each and every living entity, what they are doing. He sanctions everything. Whatever you do, He sanctions. It doesn't stop you, don't do this one, don't do that one. But He guides you that whatever you are doing, this is wrong. Please don't do it. But we don't listen to Him and we do things and we suffer for that one. Why there is suffering? Because we don't listen to the super soul and we act according to our whims. So we have to see that how we have to act. We have to act according to the Lord's activities. There are so many things happening in this material world. We see there are so many ups and downs for each and everyone. How these ups and downs are there? Because we are not surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If we are surrendered to Him, we will listen to Him. We are not surrendered to Him, that's why we are not listening to Him. And that's why the suffering is there. The activities which we are performing in this material world, those activities we are performing according to our own whims. Now suppose we are asked to attend the morning program Prabhupada has given us. And if we don't attend the morning program, who is the loser? Krishna is not loser, He is in the heart of everyone. But due to my mental speculation, I don't attend the program. So I am not listening to the Lord. If I attend means I am listening to the Lord. Whatever the program Prabhupada has given us, we have to follow the instruction from Srila Prabhupada. And those who are following, they are very happy. You will see their face is glowing and they are very happy. And those who are not following, their faces are not very much happy. They are always in anxiety, what to do, what not to do. Just like this Bhagavad Gita class also. Prabhupada has mentioned morning Bhagavatam class, evening Bhagavad Gita class. So we have to attend morning Bhagavatam class, evening Bhagavad Gita class. Bhagavatam class in the morning, Sukdev Goswami is speaking to Parishad Maharaj. He is giving him all knowledge of Krishna, starting from the birth of the Lord until the end of Kurukshetra and after the Lord leaves this material world. This complete knowledge is given in Srimad Bhagavatam. And every day we hear this Bhagavatam, we find everything, something new is coming. Similar way in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is explaining this pastimes to Arjuna. Arjuna is his very dear friend. Now he is speaking Bhagavad Gita to him. He is telling him that you have to fight. Because Krishna went to Duryodhana to compromise and see that how the fight should be avoided. But Duryodhana was determined to get the fighting. And Krishna and everybody knew that the Pandavas and Krishna will be winning and all these Kauravas will die. Bhishma Pita knew everything. But still, because he was in association with Duryodhana, so he was obliged to do whatever Duryodhana wants. So, in the fight, and Lord Krishna told Duryodhana that if you take me, I will not fight. He told Pandava also, I will not fight. I will be just neutral there. So Duryodhana thought, what is the use of taking Krishna? You see the mentality of the demonic person. They cannot recognize Krishna. So his mentality was demonic, he could not recognize Krishna and he got his army. And he was thinking that will help me. But Arjuna was satisfied with Krishna. He knew wherever the Krishna is there, victory will be there. Sanjeeva is telling to Dhritarashtra, wherever Krishna is there, victory is there. But still, Dhritarashtra was anxious to know what is going on in the battlefield. And Sanjeeva is telling him that now both the armies are in front and Arjuna has become depression and he is leaving his bow and arrow and started crying that how can I kill my grandfather, how can I kill my teacher and all my brothers. Then Krishna is explaining him that you are not going to kill them, you have to change his bodies. You will change their bodies. Their soul never dies. With any weapon, the soul will never die. So explaining this Arjuna that you are not this body, you are the soul. Arjuna understanding what Lord Krishna is telling him. But still so many questions he is asking to Krishna. He came to know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Before he was thinking that he is my friend and he was talking in a friendly way. Now he understood that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he surrendered to him. And whatever Krishna was speaking to him, and he put so many questions. And each and every question, Lord answered him. And in the end of Bhagavad Gita, Lord is telling him that Sarva dharman paritajaya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tam sarva pape bhayo mokshe shami masuche. Abandon all varieties of religion. Whatever I have spoken in Bhagavad Gita, you abandon everything. Just surrender to me. I will deliver you from all sinful reaction. So Prabhupada also gave this example. Within a minute, we can realize Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, our whole life we are giving to in Krishna consciousness, but we cannot understand this simple point that we have to surrender to Krishna. Everyone is doing different activities. The pujari is doing different activities. The management is doing different activities. Everybody is doing their activities in Krishna consciousness. But the activities which Lord wants to surrender each and everyone to Him. And if we surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we will be free from everything. But this tiny mind cannot understand this one. This shloka is very important. We cannot understand this important shloka. We go to so many different shlokas, we go into different shastras, we go in different places to understand, but still we cannot understand. Many of them, they want to do cow protection, cow seva. Many want to do the Gordhan seva. Some have to do Yamuna seva. So they are diverting their mind from Krishna consciousness. Although everything is connected with Krishna, nothing is separate of Krishna, but still Lord Krishna is explaining here that abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender to me. So if we surrender to Krishna, we will be free from everything. But because our mind is not in our control, where Arjuna is speaking to Krishna that I can control the wind, but I cannot control the mind. So mind is much faster than the wind. You see sometimes the winds are blowing for 120, 150 or 200 kilometers. But the mind is much far than this one. It runs up to millions of miles within a second. Suppose I am sitting here. My son is in America in some island, and immediately it will go there within a second. If you want to go to that particular country, it will take days and hours to reach there. But mind can reach within fraction of seconds. So mind is that much fast. So that mind, Arjuna saying, I cannot control that mind. I can control the wind, but I cannot control the mind. Lord Krishna understood that it is very difficult also. So that's why he is saying that you surrender unto me. And if we surrender to him, he will take care of us. Everyone knows this one, but still we are not confident of what we have to do. We are confident that we have to practice our Krishna consciousness. We have to see our family. We have wife, children, father, mother, husband. So we have to take care of everyone. In this material world, the three modes of material nature, they are pushing us all in all those directions. Now we have to see that how we can come out from there. I cannot forget my son. Although they are much far from here, but forgetting is very difficult. You can forget Krishna, but you cannot forget your family person. So here we have to see that 24 hours we have to think about Krishna. If we 24 hours think about Krishna, then we cannot think about our son or wife or children or family members, because we think Krishna, because Krishna is in everyone's heart. If I see my wife, I think Krishna is in his heart. If I see my son, I have to think Krishna is in his heart. And if 24 hours I see Krishna in everyone, then I am engaged in Krishna service. But leaving aside Krishna and thinking, this is my father, this is my mother, this is my wife, this is my children, then our mind is not in control. He becomes our enemy. I want to make my mind friend when I think Krishna is present in everyone. In particular this sloka, the Lord is saying, I am present in everyone. So we will not have any enmity with anyone. Why there is enmity? Because I don't think Krishna is in him. That's why I am his enemy. If I think Krishna is in him, I will not be enemy. And we are all part and parcel of Krishna. So according to that, according to Krishna, that we are part and parcel means we are all brothers and sisters. And when we are all brothers and sisters, why we should create enmity with us? In our family, We cannot fight with our father, we cannot fight with our brother or family members because we feel they are our brothers and sisters. But here we don't feel that they are our brothers and sisters. We think that he is my enemy, he is my friend. In that way we are thinking. If our thinking is that Krishna is in everyone's heart, I have to see Krishna is in everyone, why should I think that he is my enemy? I should always think Krishna is in him. In that way, if I am thinking, then I am thinking about Krishna 24 hours. But if I think he is my enemy, or he is doing this one, he is doing this one, finding fault is very easy. Very easy to find fault in others, but very difficult to find fault in ourselves. We cannot find fault in ourselves, we can find fault in others. If we find fault in ourselves, why I am thinking that he is my enemy? Why don't I think that we are part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? And so that we can be as friendly just as in the family we are friendly. The hate to one and other person. Why we hate? Because we don't understand we are Krishna consciousness. Although Prabhupada said that united, we have to be united. So we don't understand what is the meaning of united. United means we have to be everything one. Prabhupada overlooked whatever the devotees were doing. He saw that everyone is engaged in Krishna service. So we have to see that everybody is in Krishna service. We shouldn't have to find fault in others. If we are finding in the fault of others, means we are not remembering Krishna. We have to remember Krishna 24 hours. Then we will be what Lord is speaking here, that he is in the heart of everyone. He is not individual. Wherever he stays, he is with us. Not only in human being, animal, birds, trees, equities, everywhere. He is in everyone. That's why Prabhupada killing the animal, because they don't see there is a Krishna in the animal. They think for their taste, for their tongue, that I have to see this, eat this animal. They want to gratify their senses. They don't understand what Krishna wants us to do. Why we shouldn't think in each and every living entity when Lord is saying, I am present in each and every living entity. Now even if a mosquito comes here, I will not allow him. I will just try to kill him, which is not correct. Because each and every living entity has the food. Prabhupada said, one man's food is another man's death. So if a mosquito want to take blood from me, he will not take 1 liter or half liter or 100 grams or 50 grams. He will just take one drop of blood from me and he will be satisfied. But I will think, no, he has come to take my blood, I will kill him. So because we are not thinking in that way that Krishna is in everyone's heart. So if we meditate on this particular shloka, I am not saying this is very important shloka, but meditate on this one, the Lord is in everyone's heart. I should always think that Lord is in everyone's heart. And always be careful that I will not commit any offenses to any living entity. Not only human being, but for each and every living entity. Even a small mosquito, even a small ant, I shouldn't be envious of them, because they are all part and parcel of Krishna. So we have to always think that Krishna is in everyone's heart. If we think in that way, then our life coming to Krishna consciousness will be successful. Otherwise, we will be hankering life after life, and we will not be able to understand Krishna. We have to take birth again and again and again unless we come to Krishna, real Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada has given us everything to understand. He has given this very nice shloka, very nice translation, purport to understand that He is in everyone's heart. Why should I hate a person? And somebody is hating me, he doesn't understand because Krishna is in me. They think this is an individual person. Nobody is individual. Everybody are the part and parcel of Lord. Nobody is come from different planet or different place. Everyone has come in this earthly planet. And in earthly planet, everybody has to perform his activities. And after performing his activities, he has to leave this material world. Nobody is permanent here. Everybody has to leave this material world. If I think that I will stay here permanently, it's not possible. We have seen our forefathers, our grandfather, our fathers, everybody has left this material world. How I can stay here? I have to leave also. So before leaving this material world, I be in Krishna consciousness. I always remember Krishna, so that I can go back home, back to Godhead. Otherwise, I have to be in this material world. Every time coming, taking birth in the womb of a mother, it's not necessary that every time you get a human birth, you get a birth in the mosquitoes, ants, cats, rats. This type of body you get, you will be in the womb of that one. If you think that one, why should I be in the womb of cat and rat and monkeys? Why shouldn't I be free from this material world and go back home, back to Godhead? Our main motto in Krishna consciousness is that we have to go back home, back to Godhead. To go back home, back to Godhead, we have to practice this one, that Krishna is in the heart of everyone. I shouldn't hate anyone. I should love everyone. I should see that when Krishna is in everyone, why should I hate Krishna? When I go to the temple, I see the deity of the Lord. I am so much satisfied, so much happy to see the deity of the Lord. Similar way, when I see any human being, I see Krishna in his heart and should be happy. Similar way, when I am happy to see the deities in the temple. So this will make me 24 hours in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, I will be not in Krishna consciousness. Because in the example of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given about Haridas Thakur, he was from the Muslim background, but he was chanting 3 lakhs name of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. When a Muslim man, non-devotee, can understand that Krishna is in the heart of everyone, so I have to chant his name. And when he is chanting his name, he doesn't want to speak to anyone. He doesn't feel hungry. He doesn't want to go to become fresh. Because when Krishna is with you, you don't feel hungry. Just like Parishat Maharaj, when he was listening to Sukdev Goswami for 7 days, and all the sages were there. Everybody was listening to Sukdev Goswami. And those 7 days, nobody got up from there. You see the special mercy of the Lord. The Lord lifted Golden Hill for 7 days, and everybody was watching Krishna, and nobody felt hungry or thirsty. The Lord potency is so powerful, we have to understand. If I want to fast, I can fast. But I think of the material things. My body will happen, something will happen to my body if I don't eat, if I don't drink, something will happen to me. And we don't follow the rules and regulation. Because we are thinking about the body. We should think about the body. It's not that we shouldn't think of the body. When today my body is there, that's why I can speak. If my body is not there, I cannot speak. My friend Bhuvaneshwar Prabhu, every Friday he used to give the class. I remember him, every Friday he said, I want to give the class. He used to come and give the class. We used to listen to him. Now today he is not here. He left his body. But the remembrance is there. Because a person who is speaking about Krishna, we remember him. If you remember that person, means you are remembering Krishna. Anyone, if our spiritual master Prabhupada is not present, but he is present in his books, if we read books and we particular shloka, we see that how Prabhupada very clearly has given us, how clearly he has spoken, how simple he has spoken, that we should be in Krishna consciousness. If we follow the instruction of Guru and Acharya, our life will be successful. Otherwise, we will always be finding fault in the others. We shouldn't find fault in others, find fault in them. Although I know that you are wrong, but I shouldn't think that you are wrong. Okay, whatever you are doing is good. You have to correct the person. We shouldn't abuse a person. We are abusing a person without knowing anything. If I know half truth and half truth I do not know, I add something and make it that person is useless person. Why don't I add and think that yes, this is Krishna conscious person. He is doing so much nice service. Even though if he is engaged in whichever activities, but he is serving Krishna. That is very important to understand, that everybody is serving Krishna. We have to understand this one. We shouldn't have to find fault in particular person. If we do not find fault in particular person, Krishna will like us. He said, I like my devotees. Devotee is in me and I am in the devotee. So Lord is always taking care of his devotees. Just like he took care of the Pandavas. Pandavas were his pure devotee. So many people died in Kurukshetra, but these 5 Pandavas, nothing happened to them. Why? Because Krishna saved them. If Krishna want to save someone, nobody can kill him. And if Krishna want to kill someone, nobody can save him. We have to understand this one. The particular thing that we should always think about good about everyone. Always see good in everyone. Although we know he is a rascal, he is a demon, or he is doing nonsense, but still we have to see the good qualities. Because Krishna is in his heart. That will help us. I will stop here. Thank you very much. Any questions, any doubts? Hare Krishna.